Hi there, this is Devil Warrior. In this video I'll be showing the Game of Thrones Eaglemoss model Tyrion Lannister. So this is issue number 14, it's the second model they've created for Tyrion. This one is predominantly based off the time period where Tyrion was Hand the King, which is throughout Season 2. And I'll bring the other model over now. Whereas the other model is based more off the battle, or is based off the Battle of Blackwater Bay, which is Season 2, Episode 9, so very much towards the later end of the second season. Whereas the one on the right, Tyrion is featured throughout Season 2 with this look until he is no longer Hand the King in Season 2 Episode 10 when Tyrion arrives and he now takes that role upon himself. And I'll start with just a quick comparison on the faces, because I do much prefer the face on the right hand side. I think it's portrayed much more accurately to how he looks in the show. On the face on the left, I remember when I first got this model, I thought the face looks much too chubby, looks a bit too youthful, and they could definitely do an improvement there. And when I look at the comparisons for the models that have been created already, it's the first thing I look at is the face, and I see whether it's been improved, whether it's gotten worse, or whether it's kind of around, about the same. I think the model on the right definitely has improved his face, as you can see here. It's much more defined on the right, and it's not as chubby, and I think it's much more accurate to how he's portrayed in the show, which I'm very happy about. But apart from that, they were in a completely different outfit, so I'll go and show that now. Oh, also, just a quick note, the base is much more defined on the model on the right, or at least there's not as much detail going on the right, but it's indented further, it's darker, as you can see when you compare it with this one. Anyway, so let's show the model now. So this is Tyrion Lannister, and it's specifically based off Season 2, Episode 5. So this, in his hand, you may notice, oh, what's that green jar he's holding? And that's wildfire he's holding in his hand. And we'll straight up start by going further into the face. And again, yeah, really happy with the face there. Really happy with the paintwork. And I hope they keep the face the same as this, because yeah, they've done a good job here. The actual wildfire, the glass of or whatever container it's in of wildfire looks alright, and the outfit looks cool. He's wearing his tunic with the Hand of the King pin on him there, and he's got his leather belt going on here, and really it's a relatively straightforward outfit, but he looks good in it. I think he looks cool in it, and his hair at the back from the side there, you can see it's got some nice detail going on there. From the back entirely, obviously there's going to be less detail, but it looks fine. What I like about red is kind of the Lannister colour, so this is going to look nice if I put him next to some of the other Lannisters, which is something I've kind of contemplating where to put the models. Put the models with the other Lannister, like the Lannisters, Starks are the Starks, or put them in chronological order, in terms of how they've arrived. But yeah, this is really great model. Happy to have this one. I hope they keep the face the same as I've said already. And now we'll look inside the magazine, which is much more focused off of the previous model. The magazine focused much more on the Battle of Blackwater Bay entirely, whereas this one focuses more on Tyrion up until Season 2 and kind of where he's been going and what's been going on. So on the left, nothing interesting, just as usual, a picture of Tyrion here and what's going to be inside this issue. If we go on the right here, we can see here kind of the details they focus on as usual. It's just a little intro about Tyrion, and then they talk about the specific details they've been focusing on here. And the scale on this one is 66mm, which you may have noticed the scale is a little bit different for the two models. On the Blackwater Bay model, he's 3mm smaller, so he's 63mm on that one. And that probably is because on this one, if I just bring this over here, you can see he's crouching to an extent. And if we look inside this page, it's about Tyrion's progress. So when he visited the wall and had a chat with Jon Snow, and then he was captured by Catelyn Stark and went to the Eyrie, which he then escaped by demanding a trial by combat, where Bronn fought for him, and that's where he first met Bronn. And here it's talking about when he was acting as the Hand of the King, which was a really cool time period in the show when Tyrion was Hand of the King. It was nice to see him with some element of power, because normally in Season 1 he was just kind of not doing too much apart from just travelling around, really trying to get himself back to King's Landing after being captured. Here it's showing the costume design on the right here. It is a cool outfit he's wearing here. And it's talking about when he acquired the wildfire. So that's that page. Move on to the next one. So again, it's got a little bit of information here in relation to when he was acquiring his army of the, I've forgotten what they called it, like barbarians that were in the Val. I've got exactly what they're called right now, but anyway, that's information on them there. The hill tribes. Okay, there we go. And his allies and enemies in this season. So the Small Council, King Joffrey. It's talking about bits of Cersei there and Sansa. Cool. So that's that page. Maintain order. And the next page, if anything, is a bit of a build-up almost to the next magazine, which is entirely, as I've said already, based on the Battle of Blackwater Bay. So this is talking about when he's actually kind of getting the wildfire and his plan for what he's going to do with it, which was crazy in the end when the whole, most of Stannis' fleet blew up because of it, or at least a good proportion of it. And here we go. Yeah, so that's that page, and this is the final page. And you can see here it says "Preparing for Invasion," which I believe might be one of the titles for the next magazine. So it's cool how it just continues on. Next issue is White Walker. That'll be nice to see. And yeah, this has been Tyrion Lannister, issue 14. So thanks for watching this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and see ya.